This Saturday, the 18th of May, the 33rd annual Dancing in the Street event is taking place at the Beaches Town Centre. And joining me today is the president of the Beaches Town Centre Merchants Association, Emily Christensen. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming in to tell us all about this wonderful event. So, 33 years. How did it get started in the beginning?
Well, it's really a great story. The Beaches Town Centre Agency is a nonprofit that started with a group of volunteers, residents, business owners, and city officials in the area got together to say, how can we make this area better and keep it special? And that's how it's evolved.
Now, you've been a part of the Beaches group, should I say, for 17 years.
Yes.
And so you've seen what's happened in the last 17 years. And this festival, which is a one-day festival, correct?
One-day festival, free, open to the public.
Has grown and grown. Tell us a little bit about what people could expect at the festival.
Well, Dancing in the Streets is all about celebrating our area. We host local artists. We host amazing bands. There's a band lineup all day long from 12 in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night. We also have local food trucks coming to the area. We have a bunch of wonderful locally owned, independently operated businesses surrounding the festival. So it's really just a great way to celebrate who we are and what we do.
And all the streets are sort of cut off so that it's a safe zone?
Yes, the streets are cut off. It is a safe zone. There is security and police at each entrance to make sure that people aren't trying to bring in backpacks of booze or anything dangerous. It's a family-friendly event. And
you don't need a ticket?
You don't need a ticket. It's a free
Wow.
event open to the public. If you want to purchase food or alcohol, obviously you need to do that, but
Sure.
you don't need a ticket to get in to see the art.
And you have a special kids zone, don't you?
We do. We have a kids zone with all kinds of fun things to do. I would recommend coming early before it gets too hot and
Yes.
before people have too much fun later in the day.
Yes. And it's a place where the kids can be deposited for a short period of time, or?
Well, I would definitely stick around and
Sure.
help them, but they have all kinds of different games and bouncy activities, and a local company monitors that event for us.
Oh, how wonderful. Now, the funds that you raise from this one-day festival goes towards the beautification of the beaches area. And you've been around for a while. What are some of the projects that have been beautified, as it were?
We have been beautified by so much. Things like landscaping, things like the brick paved pathways, things like bike racks and benches. Local art is on display because of funds raised through events like this at Beaches Town Centre, the holiday lighting, and free community events like our fall festival, where we have a great costume contest and parade.
Yes.
And when Santa and Mrs. Claus come to visit our area, that happens because of a collaboration between Beaches Town Centre, the city of Atlantic Beach, and the city of Neptune Beach, which is really cool.
That is super cool. Now, you mentioned a lovely brick pathway, but in fact, one of the fundraisers is you can buy a brick.
You can buy a brick.
And that's an ongoing thing, and you can have your name put on it, or you can have an event, or how do people find out about that?
So beachestowncenter.com is our website. You can purchase a brick online. You can have it personalized in any way you'd like. I have a brick in front of North Beach Fish Camp that is basically my wedding date. It says Dale and M, November 13th, 1993, and every time I walk by it, it just makes me happy.
That's super special.
And the brick price is $75, and that money goes back into the community.
Straight into the community. Well, it's a wonderful event. So what time does it start and what time does it finish?
The event starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's over at 9:30 at night.
And any more information, if you want to find out exactly where it is, or how can people find out about that?
The best two places to go are beachestowncenter.com, or follow us on Instagram, Beaches Town Centre Instagram, and there's also a Dancing in the Streets 2019 Instagram with more specifics about the bands and the food trucks and the people and the kids zone that will be there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Emily, for coming in to tell us all about it, and I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful event.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Saturday, the 18th of May, Dancing in the Streets at the Beaches. Thank you for watching.
Howard here from Metabolic Research Center. They successfully helped me lose 31 pounds in only 40 days, and they're helping me keep it off now. And they can do the same for you too. Metabolic Research Center has been helping people successfully lose weight for over 35 years, providing one-on-one support from experienced weight loss specialists who have each lost weight on the program. Their plans are really easy to follow, and they've encouraged me to make healthy choices as I've gone through this journey and will continue to do so for the rest of my life. Metabolic Research Center has multiple plans designed for your weight loss needs and 12 convenient locations all over the First Coast. To find one near you, click on emetabolic.com or call 800-501-8090.
Hello and welcome to the Massage Envy Wellness Minute. I'm Lisa Cohen and I'm a licensed esthetician with Obagi Cosmeceuticals. I'm also the National Education Manager. We are so excited to partner with Massage Envy to bring to you the #1 recognized skincare brand in the physician dispensed market. This is going to help Massage Envy elevate this guest experience. We offer some unique customized facials, and I want to talk to you about a couple of unique ways that we do this. One of the products that you have in the unique customized facial is the opportunity to experience Elastoderm eye product. This product is unique because you apply it all around the eye area. This helps with lines and wrinkles. It helps with puffiness. This is a phenomenal eye product. Another product that you'll be able to experience is our Hydrate Luxe. Hydrate Luxe is a fantastic product for your aging skin concerns. It helps to firm the skin. So when you partner with Massage Envy and Obagi, you'll be able to work with that esthetician to really figure out what's best suited for your particular skin type. Again, we are so excited to partner with Massage Envy and we can't wait to see what your experience is.
Visit www.massageenvy.com and schedule your visit today.
Today, the executive chef Eric Haney from Native Son's homegrown, Jacksonville's own, really good organic food store is joining me today because what we're going to do is we're going to talk about their new seasonal smoothies. Welcome, Eric.
Thanks for having me back.
It's so good. These lovely ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, why did Native Son think to introduce a seasonal smoothie?
Well, we wanted to offer something that lets us, me, the chef, kind of explore the creativity of the different ingredients throughout the seasons, and also something that's kind of fun and exciting to keep our customers engaged too throughout the year.
Yeah.
So we have our summer smoothies, the Tropajito and the Jack's Peach, which are both really light and refreshing. In the fall, winter, we do like pumpkin spice smoothie, candy cane smoothie. We have our Duval Till We Die smoothie, which is a Jaguars kind of nod to the Jags, team spirit.
And is that just during football season?
Yeah, we offer that during football season. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So these smoothies. Tell me a little bit about your two new ones. So the Tropajito. Let's talk about that one. What's in the Tropajito? It sounds like a mojito.
It's kind of like a mojito.
Okay.
So that's pineapple, mango, a little bit of lime juice, and then fresh mint. And then we blend that up and it gets a little bit of agave in there too. And so it's very light, very refreshing. It's got a little sweet, a little tart from the lime, and then the mint kind of cools everything off.
Now, none of these have any dairy-based products in, is that right?
Yeah, for the summertime smoothies, I like to use coconut water because it's really light, it's very hydrating, it's got electrolytes, and it's also kind of a neutral base, so it really lets the rest of the ingredients kind of shine through without imparting too much flavor to the smoothie.
And what's the second one, the peach?
Okay, so that second one is our Jack's Peach, and so with this one, it's kind of a play off. Peaches and basil are kind of a classic pairing, and to me, both those ingredients really scream summer. Yeah. So I thought it would be fun to kind of change up the way that you're used to seeing those two ingredients and put them into a smoothie. So basil is kind of a surprising ingredient for a smoothie, but you know, playing off the peaches, it really works.
Yeah, but it's a really good marriage, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of kind of a floral, herby note in the smoothie that you wouldn't necessarily expect from something that's kind of sweet. So.
And these smoothies are available now at all of your Native Son locations?
Yep. So our summertime smoothies are going to be running through August 31st, and they're going to be available at all 3 of our Native Son locations. So please come check them out.
Okay, so We're going to stop now and we're going to make some smoothies and we'll be right back. Well, as you can see, the smoothies have been made and they're ready to sample. I have the Jack's Peach and Eric, you've got the
Tropajito.
The Tropajito. So tell me the importance of the use of the organic produce in this or in these smoothies, and I'm going to sip on one.
So organic produce is really important to us at Native Son. We only carry. You like that?
I don't know. I can't get it out of the straw.
So we only have 100% organic produce in our stores. Aside from no use of chemicals or fertilizers and pesticides and stuff like that. Organic farming, organic food production. Better for the environment, it's more sustainable, it helps the soil, waterways, biodiversity, insects and birds and bees and all that good stuff. So
there we go, that's
very
the importance. Okay, so somehow I'm going to taste this. Did you get some?
I did.
You know what, I think I might have a lump in the bottom of my straw. That's not working. I'm going to try this one.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is so delicious. The basil is just coming straight through, that peachy flavor. Yum.
Yeah, and so try this one too. This one's really good.
Okay, now I've got the Tropajito.
Oh, yeah. This one's going to be a much more lively.
Oh, I don't know which one I like best. They're both delicious.
So hot summer day, these are things to have for sure.
And there is a Native Son at the beach, so perfect for picking up, taking off to the beach, and then I know that these flavors would just benefit from maybe a little floater of some description.
Yeah, you could kind of dress them up however you like.
You certainly could.
A little rum, a little bourbon.
Absolutely delicious. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing these wonderful, beautiful, delicious smoothies with us. And look forward to seeing you soon. And so, don't forget, Native Son for the seasonal smoothies, the Jack's Peach and the Tropajito. Only available until August 31st. Greetings and welcome to Fashion Focus. This week is purely for the men, although ladies, take note, if your man is comfortable and happy, you'll be too. So let's take a look at the finest, and I've been told, the most comfortable underwear for men. UFM was created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical and everyday wear. It has a special patented drawstring pouch allowing adjustment for the perfect custom fit, and made with breathable, lightweight, cooling fabrics that wicks sweat, isolates and prevents chafing. UFM is available in all your favorite styles and colors, in briefs, trunks and 6 and 9-inch boxer briefs, in either cottony, extra cool viscose or polyester fabrics. For more information, contact ufmunderwear.com. I'm Adrienne Houghton and thank you for watching Fashion Focus.
Text BOOST to 82257 for your chance to win a free See Me Boost and a 30-minute service upgrade.
Are you looking for a new employment opportunity, an employee opportunity? Are you looking for a full-time position with an employer with a great reputation and steady work? Do you have the skills, tools, and customer service attitude to work in the home with customers and complete today's projects while at the same time opening doors to future projects? Would you like to learn more about an opportunity with Mr. Handyman? Please visit jackshandymanjobs.com. That's jackshandymanjobs.com to learn more and apply.
Today's Success Sparks feature of Ignite Success welcomes Michelle McManaman, She is the Executive Director and co-founder of Operation New Uniform. Welcome, Michelle.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Snowden.
Now, I know you also have been an owner and founder of Sandler Sales Institute right here.
Sandler in Jacksonville, North Florida. We own the rights here in North Florida.
So what made you shift to doing Operation New Uniform?
Yeah, great question. About 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, Pat and I decided we wanted to give back to the local community. And we really wanted to scholar a veteran through our program. And we know this is a big military community. We have not ourselves served, but we've owned a business for years, 20 years here, and wanted to make sure that we gave back. So we scholared a veteran through our program and quickly found out that our veterans overall don't know how to transition out of the military.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. The military does offer a program, and they try really hard, but they're really not getting to the real root of the problem, which is here.
Yes.
Understanding that there's such a difference, there's such a gap just mentally of what we do in the business community versus what they did in the military. And understanding that they need a network. And we help them not only through giving them tools to equip them to get into the business community, but we help them with that head trash stuff, getting rid of the, I'm not qualified, I'm underqualified, I'm overqualified. And we work on the things that really matter.
So you do the training of them psychologically as well?
Yeah, so it's myself and a Sandler-trained veteran who is also in front of the room, in front of our veterans. So they get both perspectives as a business owner as well as a veteran.
Oh,
because
wonderful.
we want them to understand the business side.
Right,
We're not going to keep them in the military anymore. Now we're going to transition them into the business community.
Right. I was talking to a gentleman in Philadelphia who was also involved in a similar kind of business, and he said one of the biggest issues is that many vets, of course, being excellent service people, have been used to following orders, but not taking initiative. Do you find that that's a problem?
Sure. Snowden, you probably know this too, being in business for as long as you have as well, is that the business community is gray.
Right.
And the military is black and white.
Right.
So, they're saying, wait a minute here, I'll be there when you tell me to be there, and I'm not going to leave till I'm done with my job.
Right.
However, I'm looking around and not everybody's like that.
Right.
And, we're looking for initiative. That's why military is so great. They're great employees. They're great leaders. They've led a lot of people.
Right.
But they just have to see the difference and how to be able to adapt.
Right. And the gray is such an important piece.
The gray is a huge piece.
Right. It is. And also, I think one of the other big challenges is accepting a wide variety of flexible solutions, right? Yes. Isn't that tricky? Because the military is so disciplined that this, and the business world, as you know, changes constantly.
Yes. It's funny, I'm finding that even in my own team, I have a great team that works with me. However, they're saying, Michelle, you're going so fast. Can you slow down?
Yeah.
Can you slow down? I'm like, slow down? What does that mean? How does that work? We don't know that in our world,
I know.
And my operations manager, who's absolutely lovely, but she'll constantly say, if you could just slow down just a little bit. And I said, it's funny. You just do your thing and be as meticulous as you are, and I'll keep going fast, and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle.
I know. It's one of the things I've had to learn through the years, too. Slow down how quickly I speak. So, all of that. I've had to learn all of that because everybody has a different style.
Absolutely.
And are they also confronted with a great deal of stress, PTSD and things like that? Are you dealing with some of that?
Yeah, so that's a good question and an interesting question as well, because I think there's a huge misconception amongst the business community.
Oh, good.
As far as,
I'm glad you're bringing this up. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up, actually, because I was just talking about that this morning. I was sad to hear when somebody asked me, oh, look, I saw on their resume that they went through Wounded Warrior Project. What is their PTSD?
Oh,
and I was
using
shocked.
that
I
against
said,
them.
Excuse me, how could, first of all, you can't ask me that question.
Right.
Second of all, what makes you think because they're working with an organization like Wounded Warrior Project that they automatically have PTSD?
Right.
Or that since they were in the military, they have PTSD? That's not a fact.
Right.
So, there is a disability rating that a lot of our veterans have coming out of the military for different reasons.
Right.
And as a business owner, that should not be any of your business.
Right, it is. Well, and you know, who on the planet hasn't had some kind of trauma?
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people suffer from PTSD and they get help for it and then they move on. So it's not fair to brand veterans that way.
100%. Thank you for saying that, Snowden.
Yes,
it's very true.
It's very important. And so I know you also have some interesting initiatives. You got something coming up in November, right? A big event?
We do. It's called Heroes Dinner and Show.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club.
Oh, great.
And we're really excited about it. We have about room for about 300. I have a very big name that I'm working on to come into town, and I can't reveal it just yet.
Cool.
But as soon as it's finalized, I'm going to come back on your show and tell everybody.
Okay, that sounds great. And what will happen at this event?
So this is to honor our veterans. This is an opportunity for not only the business community, but individuals who want to support our veterans. It's a time for that. It's time to celebrate.
Yes.
The show is really something usually very fun. We have a great keynote speaker, and
great.
we have an auction.
Oh, terrific.
So it's a great way to support what we're doing to help veterans transition.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, Michelle, for all you do with Operation New Uniform and all the ways you're giving back to the community. We so appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me on.
My pleasure.
Big event or party at your home or business? The Jacksonville Party Company. Stress-free, flawless, and memorable. Whether it's for children, a retirement, a wedding, or other social or professional activity, it's stress-free, flawless, and memorable when you involve the Jacksonville Party Company. Contact them today to get your event launched at jacksonvillepartycompany.com.
Hello everybody, I'm Donovan Darius. Welcome to another episode of Maximize Your Potential. I'm very blessed and happy to have my guest today, Mr. Wally Conway. He is the owner of Home Pro Inspections. They've been in business for 25 years, inspected over 35,000 homes in Jacksonville. And so Wally, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be with you, Donovan.
Well, as we were talking before we even came on, we talked about some of the things that you're passionate about. But first of all, tell us a little bit about Home Pro Inspections and what that journey has been like for you.
Well, it's been fun. It's an entrepreneurial journey. It's exciting. I was a Navy pilot, retired in '94, never had been on a job interview. I was intimidated to go on a job interview, and I found it less scary to start my own company than to go on a job interview.
Well, sometimes, yes, exactly. Stepping out all by your own, basically, it's kind of like we always say in the NFL, hey, you're the defensive back, you're the last line of defense. And so, there's a lot of anxiety that comes with it, but it's a lot of responsibility. And so when you think about the success you've had with Home Pro Inspection, how does that carry over into what you see your platform gives you in the community? What are some of the things that you're passionate about in this community?
Well, I've been very, very fortunate. As you mentioned, 35,000 houses. That's 35,000 buyers, 35,000 sellers, 35,000 buyers agents, listing agents. That's hundreds of thousands of people. And through the help of our mutual friend, Mike White, I've really got a philanthropic mindset over the last half a dozen years. And it became all the way to a passion point when I got involved with Best Buddies, helping young people with intellectual disabilities have a friend, have a buddy. I can sit down and have a conversation with you, and you can have conversations with others. But very often the kids with disabilities, not only does not anyone reach out to them to ask to be their friend, they're often subject to ridicule and bullying.
Yeah, a lot of times people hear about the opportunities for community work, they hear about philanthropic endeavors, but it's not until it really clicks to them and it makes sense to them. What was that moment like for you? Like, who inspired you to do what you're doing, and a little bit of why they inspired you?
Well, it's interesting. Mike White is the fellow who got me moving in that direction. But the actual time that it became an unbearable level of passion, I went to the Best Buddies Leadership Conference up at Indiana University, beautiful school if you've ever been up that way. And they have a leadership conference that brings together people who are looking to do well in the community and many of the people with disabilities. And they brought out a speaker. It was a group of speakers. They were high school kids, and they were Best Buddies participants, and they were with their buddy partners at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School during the shooting.
Wow.
And they witnessed amazing tragedy, and they told the story of the love and passion that the kids had for each other, of shielding each other, and then of caring to each. It gives me chills when I talk about it. I'm sorry, Don.
No, that's all right.
And I thought, my gracious, we are through this program not just making friendships, but we're developing a level of character in people that I can enhance that by my involvement on the back end to put them in that position. But that was when it turned from, this is a nice and good thing for me to do, to something that just really pulled at my heart.
You know, what resonates with me is the fact of when I came to the Jaguars to play, I knew that this was just something that I was doing as a vehicle to do what I was passionate and born to do, which was to do community work through my foundation and other programs that support youth. And it sounds like for you the same thing happened. You know, in our pre-interview conversation, you talked about the adventures of philanthropy, which was laugh louder, live longer, and leave a legacy. You know, share with us a little bit. What does that mean to you in terms of, and then how can people make a difference with that same mantra?
What I was able to discover through the philanthropic journey is, yes, you get to do good things, and you meet the nicest people. And suddenly you're meeting people doing great things who are wonderful people who are involved in other things in the community. And people don't realize the power of the network of people doing wonderful things. And the other thing that's really important to me, Donovan, is this. People look at someone like yourself. You've been very visible in the community since you were a very young man, and you've done quite well for yourself. People say, well, of course, Donovan can do good things. Look at all that he's been given. But it really comes down to, if each of us says, this is what I can do economically, this is what I can do time-wise, not that you want to bankrupt your family through your good deeds, but share. And from that sharing, other people share with you, and the whole of your life just improves by giving back and having that mindset.
Most definitely. I always say that we can go faster by ourselves, but further with each other.
I love that.
And get connected. And so, Mr. Conway, share with us a little bit, how can we get in contact with you through your company, Home Pro Inspection, or some of the philanthropy and philanthropic things you're doing outside of business or in the community?
The easiest way to track me down, Donovan, is right through the office. The website is gohomepro.com. The phone is 268-8211. It's a little hard to find me sometimes, but let my staff know this is who I am, this is what I want to talk about and why it's important, and we'll set up coffee right there in the office and meet and greet and enjoy each other.
Well, I appreciate the interview today. Again, we can talk for days. You know, we have similar passions, similar hearts, you know, whether it's in the business world or it's community, just using our life for a purpose. And so I want to thank you for being here today. And I want to thank all the viewers for watching today, another episode of Maximize Your Potential. I'll see you guys on the next show.
The 18th of May, the iconic, she's enthusiastic, and she created, it wasn't me this time.